what's up everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sovereign Living. Now you guys have seen me fish all around the South Shore of Long Island, but I've never really given you an opportunity to see what it takes to actually get there and what you can expect to see when you actually get there. So today, we're gonna go down to the South Shore of Long Island. We're gonna go to the inlet and we're gonna start seeing different things, before you get there. I'm gonna take you to a pier, I'm gonna take you to kind of a duck-off fishing spot, and I'm gonna take you to my favorite place, which is the Jetty. Now with this being a new series, we're gonna do this keeping with the current theme of fishing, but I also wanna expand this and explore out other activities. So if you have something, an activity that you really like or that you want us to explore here on this channel, why don't you drop that in the comments below? Because I never envisioned this being a fishing channel. This channel has always been about the journey. So if there's something specific that you want to see, hey, we're willing to give it a go. So drop it in the comments below. But hey, keeping with the current theme, let's go explore the South Shore of Long Island. This is Know Before You Go. So we're out here at Jones Beach, Field 10. This is where they have a lot of the piers that you can come and fish from. Now, truth be told, these piers are pretty well fished, right? So I wouldn't expect to really come upon anything, but I think it's a really good place to kind of start if you're just getting into fishing. You can also do crabbing from here. The good thing is that they have a bait and tackle store that's right here near the pier, so that you can come in and get the things that you need, particularly if you're just starting out. So I'm gonna go out. I got a snapper rig rigged up. I'm gonna try to get some bait that we can then take over to the ocean side, and let's see if we can get lucky. So, all right, let's go to the pier. Walking towards the pier now. And again, like I said, the idea here is not to get up on something nice. I'm trying to go out and scope for bait fish. At this time of year, I'm really hoping to get a snapper. So snappers are small bluefish. And in New York State, the limit is three bluefish. It doesn't matter what size. So that includes the big monsters that you see on a lot of the videos. And it also includes the snappers, which we're hoping to get today. So let's see if we can get lucky. This is my snapper rig. You can see it here. Got on 20-pound test fluorocarbon leader, or maybe 30-pound test, I'm not sure, but it's a light leader. Onto 20-pound test braid line. You can go anything light to try to get on these, so let's see. Let it sink down to the bottom. And I'm gonna reel in slowly because this is pretty light, so I want to stay a little bit deeper in hopes of fooling a baby bluefish to actually bite it. So let's see. We'll get us a few more casts, and if this doesn't work, then we'll go inside of the bait store to see if they have any live fish, because I want to try to fish with live bait today if possible. So I was out here early one morning, and a gentleman told me that him and his son came out here pretty much every weekend in the summertime, and really only caught one keeper fluke out of all that time. So I think that should go to let you know how productive these types of places can be. But again, if you're just trying to get a hook in the water and you have kids and things along with you, this would be a good place to start. Or if you're like me and just trying to get some bait fish, then this could be a bet for you as well. But again, I wouldn't come out here thinking you're gonna tear it up. So all right, I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more casts here. If this doesn't work, I'll go into the bait shop, see if they have some live bait for us, and then we're gonna hit up the ocean side. So all right, stay tuned. Let's go in here and see if there's anything else that we can use. I was trying to go for snapper. I think this is too big right now, right? They at least weren't getting any bites on this guy.
Smaller than what we would have. We
really?
Have 1/4 ounce.
Okay, but it's not getting down though. So should I try to sink her on there and then jig it, or what do you think, or go with another presentation?
I wouldn't jig it. I would cast it out and do a real slow retrieve instead of just
yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give it a few more goes because I wasn't getting any luck with this one.
Either that, or we have the same thing but bigger.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, all right, I'll give it a go. Do you have any other live bait? Like, that's not like, it's actually alive, but not cut, Okay, so I need to go out here and Try to get some home.
Yeah, trying to find somebody that's cast net and see if we can get see if we can get some spearing from them.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We have frozen spearing, but
yeah.
not as good as the fresh.
Yeah, got it. All right, thank you. All right, so we weren't doing anything wrong here, guys. Like I said, I think this place just doesn't have as much as you'd hope. But let's keep going. Any snappers in the mix?
No.
No, I can't find any either.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All right. I'm at a new spot, and I'm not going to say exactly where I am lest I be accused of spot burning, because it's not necessarily the most well-known place. I mean, it's not necessarily a secret either, but let's see if we can fare any better over here with trying to get a snapper. I'm just looking for live bait so that I can take it out to the ocean. So here we go. Let's get us a couple more casts here. Where I really want to be is right over there by that little jet out. So let me see if these guys have an issue with me coming right over here. I'm not gonna put you on. Okay.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, sure. I just started it like 4 months ago.
Okay.
So I got like maybe 100 viewers. So
I'll subscribe.
all right, I'll give it to you before I leave.
Oh,
All right. Hopefully I can catch a snapper though.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we actually got one, guys. Oh, blowfish. No, it's a blowfish that I foul hooked.
If that's a blowfish, give him to me. I'll give him back in 5 minutes.
I know, right? All right, you got the skunk off at least. So came up blank at this spot as well. I was talking to some of the gentlemen that are fishing out from their cars, and they said yesterday this place was full of life. There were like snappers jumping out of everywhere. He said he was catching snappers on a hook alone. Why can't we find these days? But that's okay. We're gonna hit up the jetty next. This is one of my favorite places to fish. This is where, you know, the ocean meets the rocks. Usually the state will put down some rocks right at the end of the inlet, and that's where we're gonna go today. So, all right, let's continue the journey. Let's go. All right, guys, we're back, and we're at one of my favorite places to fish, and that is the jetty. I mean, this is kind of where you can see, particularly in the fall and spring, the most action that you're gonna get. Now, I'm shooting this in the middle of summertime, so I don't really expect to actually come upon a lot, but hey, maybe we'll get lucky. But here's what I want to get ready to show you. All right, so I'm in the parking lot here, and I have maybe like a quarter-mile walk to get to the water. And even from there, I'm gonna have another quarter-mile walk to get to the rocks. So if you're gonna come out to the jetties, particularly if you don't have a 4x4 pass, and when I say 4x4 pass, that means you have a 4x4 vehicle with a permit that allows you to drive on the beach. If you don't have one of those, well then you better get ready to walk, all right? Another thing you may wanna be aware of is when you go out to the jetties is that you wanna make sure you have proper footwear, okay? I'm talking about you need spikes on your boots, right? I got my boots right here. I'm gonna put some spikes on when I get out there. And hey, let's have a good time, all right? I'll see you guys out there. This is where we are now. And that's a straight line. That's not even real. And we're almost there. Finally, I see ocean. But honestly, guys, it's not really that bad. Except when it's hot and the green flies are out. Actually, in these types of cases, I know you probably hear the wind in my GoPro, and I'll fix that shortly. But the good thing about the wind right now is it's keeping the flies off me. So thank you goodness for the wind. All right, let's get out there, guys. Oh, there you are. All right, guys, we're here. We made it to the ocean. A little bit more than a quarter mile, to be honest with you. Well, we are gonna make another trek all the way down to the rocks. I kind of see them from here. You know, there's a storm kind of pushing in. Maybe that'll push some fish up, maybe not. But who knows? This is all about the experience, baby. Let's go. right, guys, we made it out to the jetty. Got a couple of people posted up. Not too busy today. We're gonna be fishing primarily with metals. You can see I have a Deadly Dick on. You know, I also have a epoxy jig. So we're gonna try to go with artificials, but you know, we have bucktails and gulp too if we want to go that route. But it's really just about showing you guys the experience today. So, any luck so far? Not yet, yeah.
We've only been here about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, not bad. Okay. So that gentleman's only been here for 20 minutes. Nothing doing yet. Ocean's pretty tossed up. Not sure if you guys can see it in the distance over there, but there's a party boat that's really braving the waves. Ooh, I hate to be on a party boat today, but hey, sometimes you don't have a day that you can fish, kind of like me today. So you're gonna get out here and try to get it how you live. And how you live is sovereign. I know I mentioned spikes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. These are corkers. I'm not sure what the exact style of these corkers are, but as you can see, they have spikes on the back side of them. So what I'm gonna do is actually just slip these on like slippers over my boots. And these are old waders, right, that I cut the wader out of because they had a hole in them, but I felt like the boot was still good. And just pull these straps over them, and voila, I got protection against slipping around on the rocks. So, oh, I mean, I mentioned I also have waterproof socks on under here, so we're pretty well protected. If you're gonna come jetty fishing, I would highly recommend you at least invest in some things like that, because these things are pretty dangerous if you're not taking care of yourself. So, tide's low. Just not my favorite time to fish, in all honesty. Different people have different times of tide that they prefer to fish. I prefer to fish on the incoming when it's like an hour or two before high tide. I just think, you know, again, that's just me. I think it just gives me a better opportunity to fish that are like to swim in deeper waters, but hey, I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think out in the comments. What time do you guys like to fish? In all honesty, I'll fish whenever I can, which is exactly what I'm doing today. I got a gentleman out here in his corkers out on the mossy rock. He's trying to get it in, guys. I hope he catches what he's looking for. That's awesome. Good stuff. I, for one, if my wife saw me like that, I would get a stern talking to. So we're going to make sure to not do that. You can see I have my stuff in a dry bag. I would highly recommend that because these waves will come and crash above these rocks. Hence why you need the corkers. I need to tighten mine up, and the dry bag. Now today my objective is not to keep any fish, but I did bring a cooler just in case I've accidentally gut hooked something I need to take it home. Without any further talking, let's get a cast in. Let's go. Guys, this water is pretty nasty today. I'm not really expecting much, so, but I do want to at least get out there and get a few casts in. As you can tell, I left all my heavy stuff back there because you can see these rocks get a little jagged. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get right here on this rock. Right, make sure I feel good about my positioning. Actually, since that one's sloping down, I'm not gonna actually stand on this one. Let me find another rock where I can, this rock seems a little bit more secure. So I'm gonna stand on this rock. All right, I'm gonna stand on this rock and maybe even this one, just so I can cast out a little bit farther. Again, I would not do this without corkers on. And let's see if we can get lucky, guys. All right, nothing doing there. So when you get right up to the rocks, guys, try to pop that thing up so you don't get hung up on the rocks, right? Like I did there almost. And that way, you know, you can be safer. I don't have to go down there and get my lure. All right. Now let's cast out right in front of us. Now look like I see some bait fish. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, but I see some bait fish popping right in front of me. Let's see if I can get one. Oh. Now I don't know if that was a rock or not, so, you know. There's tons of bait fish like right in front of me. Peanut bunker. don't see too many hops. All right, and when it gets closer to me, again, I just lift it up like so. And I'm gonna reel in a little faster now because I don't want it to get stuck on a rock that's underneath there, right? Again, this is just my style. If you have another style, feel free to comment below. All right, what I'm using today, Shimano Twin Power 4000, 30-pound braid, Berkeley on 50-pound fluorocarbon. That's good enough for surf casting around here. This is pretty much going to be my striper setup for the fall. And you know, I think it's pretty good for a pretty good medium ground, right? A lot of guys go a lot heavier, and you know, I'm totally all about that. But for me, for my purposes, I think this is good for me. Oh, and the rod is a Shimano Speedmaster. Now, I wish I did have a Shimano endorsement, but these are non-sponsored, guys. This is just what I like to use, okay? So you can go out and find your own, whatever it is that you like. Honestly, I mean, I've caught just as many fish on, you know, my cheapest Pin Pursuit as I have on this expensive stuff. So I would say the thing that matters the most is your line, because that's what's going to get, you know, kind of whacked off if you're coming in too light, or if you have the wrong kind of line, you know. I think that the reel comes in play when you actually get hooked up. I mean, if I get hooked up on something, I mean, I caught a shark on this thing, so on a 30-pound braid and the 50-pound leader. This is probably the same leader that I caught that shark on, so that's when that matters more than anything. But for right now, none of that stuff matters. You need to make sure that if you do get, you know, a tug, that you got the right hook on and the right line. All right, guys, and honestly, this is a typical day of fishing for me. You know, I'm not out here going bonkers and catching keeper, you know, limits all the time. You know, sometimes it's just about getting out here on the water, getting away from the hustle and bustle of the city or whatever it is that you do on your everyday life, and come out and do a little bit of sovereign living. Woo! Brace yourself. Yeah. And that, my friend, is why you wear spikes. I'm good, but I was standing right on that rock and I was gonna get soaked if I hadn't moved up higher, but with that being said, the tide is coming in a little bit more. The waves are getting a little bit higher. I'm gonna call it. All right, guys, that pretty much does it for us today on this episode of Sovereign Living. Hey, I hope you learned something. This was not meant to be an all-encompassing tutorial on how to go surf casting. I just wanted to show you a little bit of behind the scenes on what it actually takes to get here and what you can expect to see when you actually get here. So hey, if you like this type of content, be sure to press that thumbs up button. Be sure to like this channel. Did I do that correctly? And if you were to subscribe to this channel, I'll be much obliged. All right, that does it for us today. Hey, if you want to see us do other videos like this outside of fishing, that's what I'm really looking for. Drop it down in the comments below. If I missed something that you guys do when you come out surf casting, drop that in the comments below too. Feel free to be harsh on where I messed up, what I did wrong. I can take it, all right? I just want to understand and learn from you guys, because that's what this is, really a learning experience. So, all right, until next time, I'll see you on another episode of Sovereign Living. Let's go.